Hey, church family, this is Pastor Wade, and I want to take just a few moments to share with you about something I'm super excited about. It's called 100 Homes. As you know, we're in a time like we've never been before. In this, for some people, this is a crisis, and rightly so. We're not able to do the same things that we've always been able to do. And even when we emerge, things are still going to be a little bit different. But I'm a firm believer that every crisis presents an opportunity. And there's nothing that God can't do in the middle of a crisis or change. And I believe that God's doing something here. 100 homes, to me, is what that exciting thing is that God is doing. 100 homes is where we are having groups of 10 or so meet in people's homes so that we can focus on believing, belonging, and becoming. When we come back, we're probably not going to be able to meet the way that we used to meet in large gatherings for worship or in Sunday school classes, and people are longing for those social connections and those belonging aspects. And let me give you an example. My dad is 84, and for years he met with a Saturday morning men's group that met in one of the local restaurants in Weatherford, Texas. For the last 2 or 3 months, things have been shut down. That restaurant was closed. They weren't able to meet face to face. One of the things also that happened is that restaurant ended up going out of business. So my 84-year-old dad, along with some of his 70-ish year old friends and 80-year-old friends, got together and said, this group is so important. What can we do to continue meeting? And they logged on to Zoom. And now they have their men's group continuing on. They hope that one day they will be able to meet back face to face in a different setting. But that whole adage of you can't teach an old dog new tricks, actually, you can when you are willing and you are ready and you sense that God is doing something. And we want that to take place with some of you all, that we want you to focus on that belonging aspect of it because it's so important during this time and moving forward. We also want to focus on not just the belonging piece, that relational piece, which is so important, but the believing piece also. There's such a longing to look at someone face to face and look in their eyes and see how it is that they're walking with faith. What are their struggles? What are their hopes? What are their dreams? And that's for young families. That's for empty nesters. That's for retirees. That's for every stage of life. In fact, last week I was talking with a young mom and sharing with her my excitement about the whole concept of 100 homes. And she got excited also because she was looking forward to being with other people in her same stage of life as her family, so they can walk along with one another and be there for one another. And yes, share the common experience of worship together. But you know, there's some things that you can't do in worship that you can do in a small group, which is to look face to face. It's that Old Testament biblical idea of iron sharpening iron. And that's what people are longing for, the believing and the belonging. But we also want people to focus on what it is that God is calling them to do. That's one of the big focuses that we've had at the church for the last several years is God has created you for more than what you have settled for. And so in these 100 home groups, how do we focus on growing and maturing in the faith? And we do that through belonging and through believing. And we want that to happen with every man, woman, and child here within this community of faith, but also spilling out into the rest of the community. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you an email. In fact, you may have actually seen this video because of an email that you've gotten. And it's going to explain a little bit more about these 100 homes and how you can play a part in it. And there's going to be a link in that email for you to let me know if you feel led to learn more. I would love for 100 home groups to start immediately. I also know that may not happen. God's up to anything and God can do anything. But I also know that God works through a faithful remnant. That sometimes it takes the first people, the first early adapters to go first and to try to figure things out. And then people will kind of see that everything is okay. And we want you to be a part of that first group. We want you to come alongside and lead some of your other folks. And so would you share with me your interest in that? Then I will come alongside of you, get you involved with training, help you understand the mechanics of small group management. How can we help each other focus on the believing and the belonging and the becoming? 100 homes is where the future is. And every crisis produces an opportunity. And this is an opportunity that I think the Lord is providing for us. So will you let me know? Let's walk in this thing together and see what the Lord might do. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.